What's up, guys? Today I have some bad news. I've gotten another injury. The other day I was playing around in the gym and I sprained my ankle. Thankfully we have security camera footage. If you guys are squeamish and don't like watching injuries, please turn away. And also, this is gonna get the video demonetized, so if you wanna support Mastering Tricking, please get some merch from the Teespring store down below, or consider becoming a patron. There's a new tier where you can donate just $1 a month. But this is the video of me getting hurt. Honestly, this injury is nothing, and it's something I probably get once or twice a year. Getting a sprained ankle kinda comes with living an active lifestyle. Whether you're playing football, doing gymnastics, or practicing a martial art, chances are along your path, if you practice that activity with a certain degree of risk and it is high impact, you might sprain your ankle. It kind of comes with the territory, but there's a ton of things you can do to make it better faster. When you do sprain your ankle, it will probably get better in 3 or 4 weeks if you just rest, relax, and take it super easy. But if you want to shorten your recovery time, there are a ton of things you can do. Bear in mind, all of these are a little bit extreme and none of them are really necessary. So do these at your own risk, but understand that if you want to heal from a sprained ankle faster, these are some great tools. First, I want to introduce you to my friend, the ice bucket. So, if you get a sprained ankle or any sort of acute injury like a wrist sprain as well, I would strongly recommend doing an ice bucket regimen. It is really simple. You just stick your limb in a bucket of ice and you leave it there for about 3 minutes. And then you take it out and let it rest for about 5. And then you do that 2 more times, or you can change up the numbers or the repetitions depending on your pain tolerance and what injury you've received. But today I do have a sprained ankle, so I'm going to be using the ice bucket and doing a regimen of 3 minutes in, 5 minutes out, and I'm going to be doing that for 3 repetitions. Like I said, doing an ice bucket is great if you experience any sort of sprain. When you do the ice bucket, you're going to be reducing your inflammation and it's also going to relieve the pain. That said, it's only going to relieve the pain after. The experience of doing the ice bucket regimen is extremely physically painful. So bear that in mind before you do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and start and do my reps. Round 1. And that's pretty much it. And now I stay here for 3 minutes. Oh. Round 1. Not fun. Now that I've done my 5 minutes of rest, I'm gonna do the second round of my foot in the bucket for 3 more minutes. Whew. When you do this, try and distract yourself, get your phone out, watch some TV, something, because it is painful. Now I gotta take another 5 minutes of rest. Now put it in for one more round of cold. All right, and after that rest, I can go put my foot back in the bucket for the last round. Oh, not only do I have a painful sprain, but the treatment for treating the sprain is also pretty painful. But trust me, if you want to reduce the inflammation and also kind of have a mild pain relief afterwards, ice bucketing works. 2.5 more minutes. Woo. Oh, that is enough of that for today. Whew. I'm gonna show you guys the before and the after of my ankle, before the ice bath and after the ice bath, and you will visibly see a big difference. I gave my ankle some time to de-thaw, and now we're ready to move to the next step, which is Wasa. You see, Wasa is a Chinese medicine technique, otherwise known as scraping, in which you take a hard tool and you use it to push and massage the fascia and connective tissue right beneath the skin. What I like to do is I like to use Tiger Balm and these rose quartz tools to just go down my body, scraping right above where I got hurt. You'll see after I do this, I will also find a decrease in inflammation. This is kind of the before shot. You'll see that right up here is where the majority of the swelling is, right at like the ball of the ankle, with a good amount of it here as well. You can tell because I pushed my foot into the ground and turned it to the side, stretching and damaging all of that tissue. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the tools and I'm going to be going over it, scraping it, helping to get a little bit more blood flow, relieve that inflammation, and hopefully make the joint a little bit smaller, because a little bit of inflammation is good, but too much is bad. So what I like to do is I like to take a fingerful of Tiger Balm. I'll put it at the top of my ankle, spread it just a little bit, and then I'll use the tools, this one for now, to scrape down my ankle, trying to put a little bit, but not too much pressure on the joint as I move through. If you just attack your ankle, it's not going to help. I do have a lot of experience with this because I've done it to myself a number of times. So if you guys have never done it before, I would recommend finding a professional or just someone who has done it before and has a good knowledge of how to do it properly. Because there is a balance between the pressure you put on and the amount that you're actually scraping. If you do too much, it will cause damage. So you do need to balance these things and do them with a certain level of education or experience. Just find someone who knows what they're doing before you do something new to your body, especially if you are the one doing it to yourself and not a professional. I really recommend you find a professional to teach you so that way you can do it to yourself, but you still have good quality knowledge. A little bit more on there, and you can tell it's blurring the Sharpie. Tiger Balm is essentially a menthol rub, so it will ruin the Sharpie, but that's okay. The important thing is to help my ankle heal, and heal fast. Because I want to keep mastering tricking, and I can't master tricking on a bum ankle. So I gotta heal it, and as fast as I can. And it doesn't take too much. You don't need to do Wasa for too long. It doesn't have to be too extreme. You can do it in repetitions if you want. What I like to do is I like to have sessions throughout the day. So I'll be doing Wasa now for you guys, but I'll also probably be doing it later tonight just for myself, just so that way my ankle can keep going on that recovery journey and hopefully get better faster. And you'll see that after I do the Wasa, my foot will be very discolored, but it will have shrunk in terms of inflammation. Alright, I think that is enough for now. Check that out. You should see it is just a little bit smaller than it was before. You can see the bruising has shot up a lot. And one thing I like about Wasa is it does damage the tissue right beneath, so you can almost see exactly where your injury is, because that part of your body will be more discolored than the rest. You can see the bulk of the damage is near the top of my foot and near this region as well. So the more I work that region, the more I train it, do physical therapy and such like Wasa, the better it will be. So I know I'm on the right path. Finally, the last thing I'm going to do for my ankle is a series of resistance band drills to help strengthen it and make it a little bit stronger. The nice thing about a resistance band is you can really control the amount of tension you get pushing against the exercise. For example, one of the ones that I'll be doing is a simple toe point, just holding the band and pointing my toes. Now, if I hold the band here, it's not going to give me much resistance, but if I pull it back and then point, I'll get a much harder workout. The nice thing about a resistance band in recovering from an injury is you can push it right before the point you get pain. And that's where I would recommend playing with it. You want to be able to point your toe and move through the range of motion with some resistance, but you don't want extreme pain as you do that. So I'm going to be doing 4 main exercises with the resistance band. First, pointing my toe a ton of times. Then after that, I'm going to take the resistance band and move it to the side so I can push my foot to the side, working the side of my ankle, hopefully to make it a little bit more stable. Then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side, again adjusting the tension by how far away my hand is from my foot. Because right here, it's not too crazy hard, but if I bring it out right here, I can barely move it just because my ankle is so weak from my injury. So you want to really be able to self-moderate as you move through the resistance band exercises. Now those are the first 3, and there's one more really important one, which is the flexion of your foot. To train that, you take the resistance band, you wrap it over your toes, cross it, and then you place it beneath your heel. And then you extend your foot, and then as you flex it, you'll get a little bit of resistance. If you do those 4, the point, the one side, the other side, and then the flex, your ankle will be far stronger. Now when it comes to the number of times you should do these exercises, it's really up to you, and it depends on if you're feeling pain, the degree at which you sprained your ankle, and how much you want to get better faster. All of these things, from the ice bucket to the Wasa and the resistance band exercises, are all painful and uncomfortable to a certain degree and unnecessary, because if you do wait and if you are extremely patient, a sprain will get better with time. But I want to get better faster, and I want my ankle to get stronger from this sprain and recover better than before. So I'm going to be working it out and doing everything I can to make it better, because I want this ankle back, because I feel like it was stolen from me, though this happens really often, so I should just kind of take it in stride. I'm going to be doing a few more resistance band exercises, and then I'm probably going to call it a day for my ankle. Well, call it a morning. I'll probably be going back this evening and do a few more exercises just to keep working it, to keep it moving, to keep the blood pumping, and to keep the inflammation down. Now, you can see after doing some resistance band exercises, the Wasa and the ice bucket, my ankle is so much smaller, so much less inflamed, and it looks far healthier. I would really recommend doing all these things for you guys as well, but bear in mind, do them at your own risk, and make sure you understand your injury before you go into treatment, because that is just a very important thing. I definitely have a really hard sprain, but if it doesn't get better soon, I need to get an x-ray to make sure if I know if I have a break. Doing all of these things while doing recovery training is all really good if you want to be a good athlete. But if you want to be just recreational and do these things for fun, you don't need to go to such extremes when you are training or recovering. It's up to you guys to decide how good you want to get when you're training tricking. Personally, I want to get as good as I possibly can. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, hit the like button. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. Click the video on the screen if you want to watch more educational tricking content. And if you want to support this channel and go a little bit deeper, read the description and click the links below. But thank you again and have a lovely day.